It's time for pretty good news from the Wisconsin Maritime Museum.
Welcome aboard. I'm Shane Lee of the Wisconsin Maritime Museum in Manitowoc. June has seen a lot of protests, pride parades, and people pushing against prejudice. We speak with a female captain from Milwaukee who offers pretty good news for those looking to break beyond barriers. As the world's only recreation of a 19th century three-masted Great Lakes schooner, the SV Denis Sullivan is one of a kind. The same can be said for her captain, Tiffany Krihwan. The 2019 Tall Ships America Sail Trainer of the Year is among the 10% of tall ships captains who are women.
In the maritime industry, that's the highest number. In the cruise ship and tug and some of the other ones, it's still quite low, like 1% or less.
Krihwan would like to see more female captains and minorities in the marine industry. She often speaks at schools to students about the great opportunities aboard a ship.
It's a great opportunity to go see the world. Just getting your ordinary seaman certificate or your able-bodied certificate opens the door up to go ahead and eventually maybe make a $100,000 a year job without going to college. Where else can you do that?
For 11 years, Krihwan has captained the Denis Sullivan. As part of Discovery World Science and Technology Center in Milwaukee, Krihwan and the Sullivan's main mission is to teach environmental science biology. Her favorite part is taking high school students aboard for a full week.
When they come on the boat, they have one expectation, but when they leave, they realize that it wasn't anything that they were expecting, and they realize just how much more precious our environment is and how close you get with your shipmates.
That closeness of community offers hope that maybe people on land can also come together and overcome prejudice of all kinds. For those looking to learn more about Denis Sullivan, you can visit the Facebook page at facebook.com/svdenissullivan or discoveryworld.org. The Denis Sullivan is Wisconsin's flagship because it best represents the state's maritime history. In this week's featured artifact, our Kathy Green talks about a vessel that really reflects Manitowoc's history.
Hi, I'm Kathy Green. I'm the Executive Director here at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. My favorite artifact is the full-scale cutaway model of the Clipper City. Clipper City was a Great Lakes schooner built right here in Manitowoc, Wisconsin in 1854. It was designed by William Bates, which was one of the key figures in Great Lakes schooner construction here. It's unique in that the hull design was designed specifically for these shallow ports here in the Great Lakes. I really love this model because years and years ago when I was in graduate school, we came up to the Wisconsin Maritime Museum, and when I saw this model, a lot of the ship construction that we had been studying finally made sense to see it all put together here. So this is a great way to learn how these vessels were built and really what you're going to see if you go and dive or even snorkel some of these wrecks that are scattered all over the Great Lakes.
Thanks, Kathy. Does our museum registrar know that you sit on the artifacts? Let's keep rolling with our joke of the day from our special events manager, Caitlin Seguin.
If your boat turns upside down in the river, you can wear it on your head because it's capsized.
Thanks, Kate. I will tip my cap to that joke. Speaking of caps, no matter how bad things may seem, at least there will be Major League Baseball this summer, and that is pretty good news.
Pretty Good News is funded in part by a grant from the Wisconsin Humanities Council with funds from the National Endowment for the Humanities.